Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and the date today is Sunday, May 5th, 2024. I've been doing a countdown of my favorite video games of all time through each day of the year, and coming in at number 241 is Darksiders. The apocalypse has arrived, and it's time for the four horsemen to clean up the mess and put an end to it all. Or, on second thought, maybe not. One of the horsemen, War, has been tricked into thinking the time has come and rides out to battle, only to discover it is a trick from the hordes of hell and gives them grounds to destroy the cycle of life and wipe out humanity. War is framed for all of this and is sentenced to death of some kind? Gonna be honest, not entirely sure how that's supposed to work for biblically cosmic entities. Instead, he proposes that he go fight the archdemons responsible, despite being stripped of his powers. Since this would surely be a death sentence anyways, his request is granted. The game has you working your way through the remains of human civilization, doing Zelda-like dungeons complete with puzzles, mini-bosses, and a big bad at the end of each one in order to retrieve a special item TM to then unlock more areas, including the ultimate dungeon in the end. Despite being relatively powerless, that doesn't stop War from being a formidable fighter. He's retained all of his strength and weapon training, but just lacks special abilities and other gadgets. You can string light and heavy attacks together to form combos as you cut your way through the armies of hell, usually resulting in powerful finishing moves to guarantee the kill. Enemies you slay, as well as some terrain you destroy, will pop out little blue wisps, which are souls. Don't ask me how a lamppost has a soul, it just does. You spend those souls with a creepy demon merchant dude who sells you weapons, new combo attacks, and other upgrades. Speaking of creepy demon dudes, you're followed around on your quest by a very creepy shadow dude named the Watcher, who is expertly voiced by Mark Hamill. The cast is actually pretty great, with Liam O'Brien as War, and Troy Baker as Abaddon, the main antagonist. The Watcher gives witty critiques and commentary regarding War's circumstances and actions, and Hamill's performance is an absolute highlight of the game. It's important for the character to fill gaps in the action, as there's a lot of downtime from travel and exploration. You do fight enemies while you're moving about, but the basic demons are trivial to kill, even at higher difficulties. Every once in a while, you'll find something that does a cool, dangerous attack, but once you learn how to time the dodges properly, it's smooth sailing again. That's not to say that all of the exploration is bad, however. In fact, it's quite rewarding. Many of the dungeon puzzles in the game lead to hidden areas with items for you to find. There's artifacts that give you lots of souls, but more importantly, there's basically the equivalent of heart containers. Collect enough of them and your maximum health will increase. Despite plain combat with normal enemies, the boss fights are pretty interesting, each with their own little trick to learn, often requiring utilization of newer abilities and items the game to access you leading up to it. Ultimately, Darksiders is a fun action game that really emphasizes fun. It's basically gritty Zelda, but much rougher around the edges, and that's alright. Join me tomorrow as I talk about the 240th game on my list, where I get a life, and then another. And then, hell, why not just get them all?